What's up, everybody? Flashcraft. That's right, it's Beau here from Flash TV Talk, and as you can see, I am not currently at the Legion of Doom. I really needed a palette cleanser. It has been a lot of, Black Dome living, and it was exactly what I needed to kind of inspire me to come back and do a little work on the Saloon. So I thought, you know what, let's just pay this place a visit. So as you recall, I started this as what is going to be my future base. I had my UFO, which is, you can't see it, but over that hill. And then we had Mount Zoom, which has been kind of like a little, it's really more of like a farm type of situation. It's got the netherite throne. It's my lair, because I got to have a lair, but it's not like a secondary base, or it's not like my new base. The idea here is that this is going to end up becoming my new base. It's going to be this saloon type of situation. I want to build like a major storage system in it and that sort of thing. And as you can see, whereas before we were just looking at this lovely front, we now have the interior coming together. So we have the bar over here, and of course lots of barrels and that sort of thing. We have a complementary, at one point I thought maybe this was not going to be symmetrical, but I do think the layout is actually going to be fairly symmetrical. So that there's going to be a bar over here. There's going to be a bar over here. There'll be a few tables that are kind of scattered about the floor. And then, of course, this staircase, which will lead up and spread to either side. Now, I've been messing around with this, and I think what I want to do is have 4 rooms, at least 4 rooms, possibly more than that. And I'm going to cart in some villagers and get them right here. So the idea is that this will actually end up being kind of my trading hall built inside the base as well. And I'm really excited to do that. That's something I've seen other people do. I know that almost everybody on Flashcraft has kind of a collection of traders at their bases with all of their ideal books. And I'm really the only holdout, the only sucker here that is still paying for books, because I don't know how villagers work, but I'm going to figure this out. I kind of feel empowered by the fact that my iron farm works. And so I figure if I can get that working, I can figure this out as well. But beyond that, beyond kind of having the guest quarters there with the villagers in it, ideally, this is going to lead to my storage area, which I foresee being pretty massive. Now, I've been thinking about this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to kind of build this out and down. So the idea is that you kind of come through this corridor, and now maybe kind of this opens up into a large like circular area, or even like kind of rectangular area that goes down into the ground or builds up into the sky. Just haven't quite figured that part out yet. I think it'll probably be down into the ground. At one point I really wanted this thing to look huge from the outside, but now I'm kind of, I don't know, like the modest saloon is kind of nice. I mean, admittedly, it's not going to be tiny with all the extra space and bells and whistles and everything, but I don't know. We'll have to kind of figure this out. But I've run into a bit of a problem as I've been working on this, and that is that I am out of red terracotta, which is a huge, a huge asset that I need. And fortunately, we've been making some diamonds, so I am going to head out to the Central City Trade Village and get myself some terracotta. I'm not sure who actually has it for sale. I believe it's Will. Could be Kyle. Could be Fox. Let me think about this. Kyle, right? Like, Kyle's the one who's actually out in the jungle. And I believe, like, near his base, there's actually a bunch of, what is it, the Mesa by... Whoa. Hello. That's new. That is very new. No, Batman. This is not Gotham City. This is Central City. Like, what? Wait, hang on. What is going on? Look at that. Look at that. It's a bat signal. Somebody has thrown up the bat signal in Central City. I mean, I suppose this makes sense. We do have the Shrine of Ra's al Ghul, I think. Yep, Shrine of Ra's al Ghul over there. Y'all, the Flashcrafters are killing me. They keep on. They must think that we're in Gotham. This is at least one build too early, Because after we build the Legion of Doom, we are definitely going to be building Wayne Manor. Okay, so is this... This is coming from the bookstore. So what is going on at the bookstore? Which looks amazing, by the way. Will just got done redoing this very recently. Let's see. Iron ingots. Terracotta. Okay, so he's got terracotta. And he has got red terracotta. Yes. With 3 extra. What's he spending? Mono, multi. What's... I don't understand. What's mono and what's... Oh, is this... That must be the multi. Okay. Fair enough. And I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think I can make red terracotta by just combining red dye with terracotta, and I've got regular terracotta. So I think I can get all this. All right, I'm going to need to go get my diamonds to make this happen. So it's going to be 2 diamonds per stack, and... Wait, what? All right, so books up here. Netherite block. Ooh. Ooh. 40 diamonds per block. That ain't happening. That ain't happening, but... Typically, I've been making my netherite blocks by selling wings, and I actually need to restock that at some point. Okay, so he's got some... Let me just see, because for some reason, I thought that Kyle's shop sold terracotta. No, just jungle wood. Okay, so we are going to need some diamonds. Yes. Let's see how much we need. Boom. 2 diamonds per stack. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, nope, that's just 3 for some strange reason. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so technically 4 stacks because that isn't actually a stack. And then 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, they're 2 diamonds each. I'm over here trying to overpay. Look at that. There we go. 4 stacks there. Boom, boom. Okay, but what is the deal with the bat signal? Does he have anything netherite premium? No. And this is actually technically above our property. I'm just now realizing. Maybe Beall did this. Did Beall do this? This is co-owned space right here. I feel like we would have talked about this if Beall did this. Gonna require some sort of city ordinance situation going on. We clearly have a bat menace that thinks that they own the sky. And I mean, we know that Bruce Wayne thinks he can get away with anything, but he doesn't own everything. This is my sky. It's technically me and Beall's sky, but this is our sky, not Batman's sky. That's interesting. That is interesting, though. I don't know what on earth that means, but maybe there's something in the mail that can tell us. Ooh, diamonds. We made some money. 5 netherite blocks. Thank you. That is from the sale of some wings. And let's see. The CC Citizen issue 3. First victim of the League of Assassins Fallen by Linda Park West. The League has struck once one of our citizens was killed using subterfuge and guile? I don't know how to read. Clone is very unhappy. My clone fell in a hole. He died screaming. Why would this happen? It's a question we all ask. Why is the League here? The reporter believes that the League is here because they're bored. Ra's al Ghul is obviously a coward. He hides in the shadows and allows others to hire his League to kill citizens. He's a horrible person, enabling the darkest instincts of our citizens. I urge all of you reading this, don't help the League. Don't let them use us to destroy us. Fight the power. Ra's al Ghul is being called out. I'm starting to think that Linda Park might be Batman. It just so happens that we have Linda Park showing up the same time that we have a bat signal popping up and calling out Ra's al Ghul. And who knows, maybe we'll see a showdown between Ra's al Ghul and the Batman, who is clearly Linda Park, who is, which is also pointing to Will's shop. I'm just, All right, back to the saloon. All right, and so we'll need some red dye. Fortunately, thanks to our iron farm, we have all the red dye we could possibly need. Ooh, also we need to add to the netherite throne at some point. We've got, I can't remember, I thought I had like a little netherite cache stored up here. But maybe that's still in the UFO. All right, we are in business. Hey, Nora, you doing good? Doing good? Eobard's not bothering you over there? He did buy in his time. Okay, so let's start off. Like I said, I want to add a little bit of like some texture here. Kind of like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I need to get this. I really like what this side looks like. And like I said, I want to kind of do it on the other side as well. And my goal here is, while like what's behind the counter is going to look different, I kind of want the counter setup to be very similar. And then also these walkways to look very similar as well. I'm thinking what I may do is I might try to build this from the inside out. So rather than try to like build the structure outside and make it look a certain way, kind of build what I need on the interior and then see what it looks like afterwards and then kind of clean it up as needed. This probably isn't going to get done today, but let's just give it a go and see what all we come up with. The other thing too is I was thinking about like my room. Like where would that be specifically? And then also if I build out like, because I thought about like having like a meeting room here, maybe like an office or something of that nature. I don't know, but see, all right, so despite what I just said, I can't not think about what this looks like on the outside. Man, see, this is where I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, because I do want it to feel like kind of like a grand saloon. I'm going to completely reverse what I said. I'm going to completely reverse what I said. I'm going to go back and see what it would actually look like if I expand this out a little bit. Okay, if the notion is that that's the entrance into my kind of a larger room, what then would that be? Let's see, what if we did a 1, 2, 3, maybe right there. Oops. I don't know. I'm going to have to mess around with this. I'm just going to mess around with this and see what I can come up with. Okay, so just a quick update here. I've been messing around with this side, and I thought, you know what? If I did something like a master bedroom that kind of curved around the side up here. So the idea is that you would go up and then you would go through and then you would go down. But after messing around with this, I realized I kind of need a large roof. And so I thought, well, actually, wouldn't it make more sense for this to actually, instead of like going down, maybe go up and then like underneath here have like a horse and buggy type situation. Which means all of this has to go. All right, you know what? Actually, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to leave this here. Now that I've kind of cleared out the bottom portion, I'm going to leave the stairs because it occurred to me, what if like we had one stairs going down and one going up over there? Or at least this way, since it's uniform or symmetrical or whatever the right phraseology is, I'll just test it over there and then I'll compare and see which one I like better. That should make some sense. Maybe. All right, so I think I figured something out that I like. Took me, I can't tell you how many times I've rebuilt this and torn it down and put it back together, but I think this right here is the method to go with, where the rooms, instead of being in the back, are actually on the side. And they're kind of tacked on in these kind of brick formations, not formations. Almost like oh, hey, we had the saloon and the saloon did really well. So now we want to offer up rooms and make it more of like a tavern, kind of Western tavern type place where you can stay. And so we needed to kind of, tack these on. And this is kind of what I went with kind of these poles holding it up. So it is a little less stable from that standpoint, but it makes a lot of sense and doesn't have the nice polish that the rest of the saloon has with the walls and everything. Just because these are cheap rooms. You're coming through, need a place to stay. There you go. That's what's going to get you covered. And this is also where, as I mentioned before, the villagers are going to be. And I got kind of a cool idea on that. I figured out that if I do trap doors on the bottom and top of the room, I can't get in and out and they can't get in and out. So you can have kind of a closed door type of look to it, but then you can open it up for trading if you wanted to very easily without the villagers being able to escape. So I'm super excited for that. I think that's going to be really, really cool. I'm a little concerned about what this looks like getting the villagers over here, just given the fact that technically speaking, I don't know if like villagers have a village biome, but this used to be a village right here. And my villagers are currently stored over there. And so I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to move them, which is going to be difficult. I'm probably going to have to breed some villagers and then move the new ones over here and then try to get them attached to beds here as well. And then also have their little trading stations. I want to try to do the thing, get some good books going in here and that sort of thing. And this will become a really, really cool kind of trading. Basically, the second floor is essentially the trading hall. And then as you can see, I've started working on the storage system as well. Even though this is still kind of open air, this will end up being enclosed. And I will actually eventually go down a level or two with kind of this surrounding storage area. Now, I don't know enough to make this one of those auto filler type of sorting systems. That being said, I am trying to keep enough room behind here that if I did want to dabble with that, or if I ever did figure it out, I could theoretically turn this into a sorting system. But I don't know. Somebody who knows a lot more about Minecraft might look at this and say, yeah, that's not how that works. And if it's not, that's okay. This will just be a very large storage room with everything. This will kind of become my new storage room, my new workshop, once this is all said and done, which we're still quite a ways away from. Oh, whoops. Boom. And then on top of that, I also did this. I went over here and I added some drinks, added some potions into the barrels, which will be nice. I foresee this being like a little, kind of out of the way shop to some extent. That if anybody needs some potions, rather than it being in the city, which the central city is not that far from here, but if they wanted to venture out into the desert, then they could come wander their way into the saloon and have a drink. Maybe stay a while and listen. It'll be great. It's all coming together. So I've had a lot of fun with this. This is really coming together, and This has been a roller coaster because I've wanted to be able to work on this, and taking a break from the Legion of Doom has given me the excuse to get a little splash of color into kind of the splash of color and sunshine into the darkness that I've been living in the Legion of Doom, and I am just thrilled to make a lot of progress here and turn this into a very, I think it's going to be a fun new base. I love my other bases in the sense that I only really have, this and the nether base and my lair and that sort of thing. But in the end, this is going to be my new home. This is really going to end up being my new base when it's all said and done, which it's going to take some time, and we're not there yet. But that's going to do it for us for this update, I think. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Yes, it's a break. It's Jonah Hex. That's DC. There you go. We're still on brand. Jonah Hex, right? I've even got the scar. So there it is. I'm Jorvik Hex. Yes. Or Beau Vic. I don't know. I got nothing. But hey, hopefully again you enjoyed this. Be sure to check out the Flash TV Talk on Twitter. And until next time, everyone. Goodbye.